Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Karnataka. In this video, we are going to discuss mock test 8 part 1 solution. So we'll start with our first question. If a is equal to, they have given some value. If a is equal to this, then they are asking then a cube minus a square is equal to. Very easy question from matrix multiplication. I will assume the students who are watching this video must be aware of matrix multiplication. So a value they have given as minus 1 0 0 2, then a square is minus 1 0 0 2 minus 1 0 0 2. So a square is this. So a square is equal to minus 1 into minus 1 is 1 0, next 0, and then this is also 0, next 0 0 and 0 4, and this is 0 4. So a square value is 1004. Just I am multiplying, nothing else, this row and this row. Next a cube, here we have to find a square. I found a cube also I have to find na. So for a cube means a square into a square is 1004, and then a is minus 1002. So this is equal to minus 1 0. So this is equal to minus 1 and 0, and this is 0, and then 4 to the 8. This is equal to 8. So after multiplying a cube value is this. Now a cube minus a square is a cube is minus 1008. A square is 1004. A square is this. Now if I subtract minus 1 minus 2 0 0, 8 minus 4 is 4. If I take 2 common, I am left with minus 1 0 0 0 2. Now if I observe this matrix minus 1 0 0 2, this is A. So 2A is the answer for this. So a cube minus a square is 2A. Easy question. Little time consuming question if you don't know multiplication, addition, subtraction. If you are fast in addition, subtraction, then all these are very easy things. Moving on to next question. If A and B are square matrices, what are they? A and B are square matrices, are square matrices of same order, such that A plus B is this. Then what are they asking? They are asking to find this. So how to approach this question? A plus B, A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. So to multiply this, I have to multiply this. I will get A square, and then I have to multiply this minus AB minus AB. If I multiply BA minus B square is equal to A square minus B square is equal to A square minus B square. A square minus B square, if I cancel on both sides, from here I can come to a conclusion. AB is equal to BA. AB is equal to BA is what is the given information. Directly they are not given, from here they have. Now AB, A inverse, let me write that first here. AB, A inverse square, AB, A inverse square. In place of AB we have to write BA and A inverse square as it is. A inverse is B, and then square as it is. B square is C option, so C is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. The value of x for which the matrix, so what are they asking? Value of x, the value of x for which the matrix product equals an identity matrix is, so if I so this equals an identity matrix means this is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, all this. Now matrix multiplication you should be knowing, we have to go in this way and then this. So minus 2x plus 0 plus 7x. Now here this is minus 5x, minus 5x. See, some things are there, so not minus 5x plus 5x, some things are there here that I will not show interest in that one. So if I compare this one and this one, 5x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 by 5, x is equal to 1 by 5. Is there any option like x is equal to 1 by 5? Yes, D is the answer. So here we just have to multiply this entire matrix. No need to calculate entire matrix. First row, first column, so that you will get first element of the resultant, and that is equal to 1. So answer for this is D. Moving on to, if x takes negative permissible values, if x takes negative permissible value, then what are they asking? Then sine inverse x is equal to what? What is the value of sine inverse? So how to approach this? Sine inverse of minus x can be written as sine inverse of minus sine inverse x. So this can be written as minus cos inverse root of 1 minus x square. So sine inverse of minus x can be written as, from synopsis I am writing this. This is from synopsis. So some students they will say, sir, teach synopsis also. So I am writing here synopsis. Sine inverse of minus x is cos inverse of. So is there any such option? Yes, C is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Let T be the set of all triangles in the Euclidean plane. So Euclidean plane they have considered, and they are considering all triangles, different triangles they have considered, and let a relation R, they have defined one relation R on T defined as A or B. If A is congruent to B, that means triangle A is congruent to triangle B for all, then R is, what are they asking? Then R is, what is R? Means if you go through option, they are asking what type of relation it is, whether reflexive, transitive, symmetric, equivalence relation, what is it? Let T be the set of all triangles. Different triangles they have considered in one triangle. Now for reflexive, how to check for reflexive? Reflexive means what? Reflexive means, let me write synopsis. Again students will, reflexive, for reflexive, A comma A belongs to R. Reflexive means one triangle should be congruent to itself. Now one triangle I am considering, will it be congruent to itself? Yes, it will be congruent to itself. It is very obvious that one triangle has to be congruent because all the angles, all the sides, everything will be same. So one triangle is congruent to itself. So this relation, if I talk about this relation, this is reflexive. Next, what about symmetric? Try to recall symmetric. What is symmetric? Symmetric, in symmetric, A comma B belongs to R implies B comma A should belong to R. Suppose if I am considering one triangle and another triangle, if first triangle is congruent to second triangle, it is very obvious second triangle will be congruent to first triangle. So that's why this is symmetric also. Next, moving on to transitive. What is transitive relation? Transitive relation, A comma B, B comma C belong to R implies A comma C should belong to R. Now see here, one triangle, first triangle is congruent to second triangle and second triangle is congruent to third triangle. If first triangle is congruent to second triangle is congruent, it is very obvious that third triangle is congruent to first triangle. So it is transitive as well. First triangle is congruent to second is congruent to third, then obviously first will be congruent to third. So this relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So reflexive, symmetric and transitive means this is equivalence relation. Moving on to next, let A is equal to 1, 2, 3. They have given some data. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, B is equal to 1, 2. Then, what are they asking? Number of onto functions from A to B. Number of onto functions. Onto functions. They are asking number of onto functions. Now, some synopsis you should be knowing. Total functions. Total functions. Total functions, it will be equal to onto functions plus into functions. Total number of functions is onto functions plus into functions. Now how to find total functions? To find, this is one synopsis point. Next synopsis point is total function is onto function plus into function. Next one is onto function. How to find total functions? Total functions for total functions, if I name this as n, if I name this as r. See here, suppose if I am considering one set A which has n elements, set B which has r elements, then total functions is equal to r power n. So this is synopsis. Explanation right now I cannot give, but this is synopsis. You have to keep accept it as it is, or else if you want explanation, you just take some random 2-3 elements. You take here 2 elements here, 2 elements here, and you try to make total number of functions. From there you will get to know that total number of functions. If set A, if I name this as set A, and if I name this as set B, if this has n elements, if this has r elements, then total function is r power n. Now if I go to this question, A is equal to this, A is equal to 4 elements, B is equal to 2 elements, then total functions, how many total functions are there? Total functions means r power n, here r is 2 and n is 4, so total functions here is 2 power 4. Total function is 2 power 4. Next, this is first part. This is first. Total functions we found out for this question. Now if I am talking about into function, how to find into function? See here, let me consider 1, 2, 3, 4 into functions. How to find into functions? Here it is 1, 2. Here it is 1, 2. Suppose if all elements are mapped to first element, this is into function. Into function means if any element is not having pre-image. Into function means what? If any element is not having pre-image. This is one possibility. This is one possibility. One more possibility is, suppose if 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, all elements think of joining this. So these are two onto functions. If any element of into means what? If any element of B does not have pre-image, suppose if I am considering this one, this does not have pre-image, so it is into function. This does not have image. Only two possibilities are there. So how many into functions are there? Into functions is equal to 2. Into functions are 2. So now what are they asking? Onto functions. Onto functions is equal to total functions minus into functions. Total functions, how many total functions are there? Total functions 16 and into functions 2. So onto functions is 14. So is there any such option? Yes, B is the answer. So the number of onto functions from A to B is 14. Moving on to next question. On the set Z of all integers, so what are they talking about? They are talking about on the set Z of all integers. Set Z of all. Define Z minus 0 to 0 as follows. They have defined one function f of n is equal to n by 2, 0, n is odd. F is, so what are they asking? F is what type of function? what type of function in the sense whether it is onto 1 into what type of function it is. So for that, let me go for mapping diagram. The function is from z minus 0 to z, means z minus 0 to z. Z minus 0 means minus 2 minus 1, 1 2, here also minus 2 minus 1 1 2, so on, different things if I consider. 0 if n is odd, 0 if n is odd means for this 0, for this is 0. See here, 0 when n is odd, here if I consider this as n, here if I consider this as f of n, n is odd, then output is 0 0. N is even, n by 2, n is even. N by 2 means this is minus 1, and for 2 it is 1. N by 2, when it is n by 2, when n is even, so when n is even, n by 2. Next, suppose if I talk about this element, what might be its preimage? 4 might be its preimage. For minus 2, what might be its preimage? Minus 4 might be its preimage. So on, if you consider any element, it will have preimage. So first let me talk about 1 1. If you see here, two elements are connected to one element, so this is not 1 1, not 1 1, because f of minus 1 and f of 1 are having same, so this is many 1. And also if I talk about onto, whether it is onto or not, if I consider any element of this, they all are having preimages, so it is onto, not 1 1, onto. Is there any such option, onto but not 1 1? Yes, A is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Determinant of, they are asking to find the value of this. They are asking to find the value of this. So few basic knowledge you should be having. Don't say we don't know this. Log E is 1. Log E is 1. Also log m power n is n log m. N log m. This n we have to place here. So n log m. Now if I consider this determinant, this determinant becomes log E is 1. Log E2 is 2. In the same way 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Now if I take determinant, 3 5s are 15, minus 16, minus 2, 10, minus 12, plus 3, 8, minus 9, 8, minus 9. So for this minus 1, minus 2, and for this 3, minus 1. So minus 1 plus 4 minus 3, which is equal to 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So is there any such option as 0? Yes, A is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Again easy question only. This much of knowledge and little calculation. Hardly it will take 30 seconds to solve. Since I am explaining, it is taking so much of time. Moving on to next question. Let A be a non-singular matrix. So some information they have given. A be a non-singular matrix. Non-singular means determinant of A is not equal to 0. Non-singular means this one. Of order n is equal to 3. Then what are they asking? They are asking to find this. This is equal to. Then determinant of that, all that is equal to. Now first let me copy and paste that here. 2 adjoint of 3a, 2 adjoint of 3a. If I drag this out of this, this becomes 2 adjoint of 3a. How is this? Means using properties, using properties of determinant ka power ka can be written as k power n, determinant of adjoint of a, where n is order. So if I am bringing this k out of this, I have to bring kn. So if I am bringing this out of this, using these properties of determinant, I am solving this. Next, now 2 cube, let me write this 2 cube here as it is. 2 cube I am keeping as it is. Determinant of adjoint of A is, now one more property you should be knowing. Determinant of adjoint of A is 3a square. What is the determinant property? determinant of adjoint of determinant of adjoint of A is determinant of A n minus 1. So this is first property, this is second property. Determinant of adjoint of is determinant of A n minus 1. So determinant of A, n is 3 here, so I am writing 2. Next, again, once again if I use this, so this becomes 2 cube, 3 cube square determinant of A square. So here again same property I am using. 3, when it is coming out of that, it becomes cube, 3 cube, and square is already there, so square. Now this can be written as 2 into 3 into 3 cube determinant of A square. 3 cube can be written as 3 cube 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18 cube determinant of A square. So 18 cube determinant of A square. So answer for this is B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. So the question is, if f of x is equal to this much, is continuous at x equal to 0, is continuous x, then what are they asking? They are asking to find k value. What is k value? So try to recall continuity. Continuous means what? At x equal to 0, LHL equal to RHL, that is what is the given thing. Continuity means left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Now how to evaluate limit at x equal to 0 for left hand limit? We have to go for substitution. If I substitute here, if I substitute 0 in that becomes, if I substitute 0, this becomes 1 minus 1 by 0, which is equal to 0 by 0. Next, RHL, right hand limit, if I substitute x equal to 0, this becomes, so for evaluating RHL is already settled, minus 2 is the value. Now for LHL, root of 1 plus kx, 1 minus kx by x, 1 minus 1 root of 1 plus kx minus. So if you observe here, whenever it is 0 by 0, go for LH rule. What is LH rule? L hospital rule means differentiate numerator, differentiate denominator. So for this 1 by 2 root 1 plus kx minus root 1 by 2 root 1 minus kx divided by, if I differentiate, this is 1, no problem for this. And also if I differentiate root, I already k, and if I differentiate here, I have to place minus k. So now if I go for substitution of limit x tends to 0 here, limit x tends to 0, if I substitute in this, so if I substitute here, if I substitute k by 2 plus k by 2 is equal to minus 2. So k by 2 is k is equal to minus 2. Is there any option like minus 2? Then k is minus 2. So answer for this is minus 2. Moving on to next question. If one function they have defined, if function f of x is and f is continuous at x equal to 0, then lambda is equal to, then what are they asking? Lambda is equal to what? Continuous at x equal to 0, continuous at x equal to 0, left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Now at x equal to 0 means left hand limit equal to right hand limit. Now if I go for substitution of left hand limit, so if I place what? 0, if I place 0 here, 0 0, so this is this expression becomes 1 minus 1 by 0, which is equal to 0 by 0. 0 by 0 means LH rule. Now if I use LH rule here, so if I use differentiation of cos is negative sine 3x dot 3 minus differentiation of cos is negative sine x, differentiation of cos x is negative sine x, divided by differentiation of this is, see I am differentiating here, although I have not written formulas. Differentiation of cos x is negative sine x, all this you should be knowing from your next. So minus 3 sine 3x, let me write it here, minus 3 sine 3x plus sine x divided by 2x. Now again if I substitute 0 here, minus 3, 0 plus 0 by 0, this becomes 0 by 0. So again go for LH, What is LH? Negative 3 sine differentiation of sine is cos 3x, differentiation of sine is cos 3x. Next, and also one more 3 we have to place, plus differentiation of sine is cos x, differentiation of sine x is cos x, divided by 2 is equal to lambda, Now if I place 0 here, minus 9, now if I place 0 here, so if you want to make a note, you make a note of this, minus 9 plus cos 0 is 1 by 2 is equal to lambda. So lambda is equal to minus 4, lambda is equal to minus 8, minus 4. So is there any value of minus 4? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. If y is equal to, they have given some value for y is equal to this much, then dy by dx is equal to what? So y is equal to, if I write that, first let me write that, in exam don't write all this, y is equal to log root of sine x. Differentiate with respect to x on both sides. So this becomes dy by dx is equal to, differentiation of log is 1 by sine x. Again if you differentiate root, 1 by 2 root sine x. Differentiation of sine is cos x. So cos x divided by 2 sine x. So cos is cot x divided by 2. So is there any such value? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Y is equal to sine of some information they have given, y is equal to e, then what are they asking? Dy by dx is equal to what? Then dy by dx is equal to what? First let me copy and paste, y is equal to e raised to sine of log x, Now differentiation of e raised to, differentiate with respect to x on both sides. So this becomes dy by dx, e raised to x differentiation is e raised to x, differentiation is e raised to x. Differentiation of sine is cos log x, differentiation of log is 1 by x. So dy by dx is sine, this is y by x, and this is cos log x. So dy by dx is equal to y by x cos log x. So answer for this is B, y by x cos of log x. Moving on to next question. Y is equal to log under root of, so one function they have given, y is equal to log, then what are they asking? They are asking to find dy by dx is what? So for this, y is equal to log x plus root of x square plus a square. For this root I am writing whole power 1 by 2, so y is equal to, rather than writing that y 1 by 2, I will write here 1 by 2 using properties of logarithm, x plus root of x square plus a square. So see here, y is equal to, under root means power 1 by 2. Power 1 by 2 I have written here. Properties of logarithm, using properties of logarithm, log m, power n is n log m. So I am placing it here. Next, now What are they asking you? Dy by dx. Differentiate with respect to x on both sides. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by 2. Differentiation of log is 1 by x plus root of x square plus a square. Now again we have to differentiate this. 1 plus root is 1 by 2 root x square plus a square. Again I have to differentiate this also. So finally I am left with this. Now you go for simplification. How to do simplification? I will assume the students who are watching this might be good in simplification. If they are not good, just go through this. Plus x by root of x square plus a square. See here, this root of x square plus a square, I am taking LCM, so I am multiplying this. Next here we are left with 1 by 2 was already there, and here some x plus root of x square plus a square, all this. Now if I cancel this and this, 1 by 2 root x square plus a square, a is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Y is equal to, some information they have given, y is equal to sin x. Then dy by dx is equal to, dy by dx is equal to, y is equal to some information they have given. So let me copy and paste. Let me call that as u. U is equal to sin x power tan x, power tan x. So if I apply log on both sides, log u, see here, whenever one function raised to another function is there, we have to apply log. So if I am applying log tan x log sin x, see here I have applied log. What I have done to this, first I have applied log u is equal to something like this. Next I have applied log, that one I have done. Whenever one function raised to another function is there, we have to apply log. Now I will go for differentiation. Differentiate with respect to x. So differentiation of log is 1 by u du by dx, 1 by u du by dx. Tan x I will keep as it is. Differentiation of log x is 1 by sin x. Differentiation of sin x is cos x plus log sin x. Differentiation of tan x is secant square x. So this becomes 1 plus log sin x secant square x, and then du by dx is u. If I place u here, u value is sin x raised to tan x. So is there any such option like sin x raised to tan x, 1 plus log sin x secant square x? Yes, A is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Maximum area of rectangle that can be inscribed in a circle of radius 2 units is maximum area of rectangle that can be inscribed in a circle. Now for this one synopsis point, you make a note of this. Maximum area of rectangle, maximum area of rectangle that can be inscribed in a circle of radius r is 2r square. Maximum area of rectangle that can be inscribed in a circle of radius r is 2r square. So if I go through the question, you take this as synopsis. Please make a note of this. Don't ask explanation at this point of time. There is proof, everything will be there. So radius to maximum area of rectangle, max area is equal to 2r square. 2 r value is 2. So this is 2 square, which is equal to 8. So is there any option like 8? Yes, D is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. The interval in which the function, so what are they talking? The interval on which the function, there is one function function is decreasing, that function should decrease, decreasing, the interval on which the function is decreasing is. So first let me copy and paste that equation, let me copy and paste that function, 2x cube plus 9x square plus 12x minus 1. Now if I differentiate this 6x square plus 9 to the 18x plus 12. If I take 6 common, x square plus 3x plus 2. Next 6 x plus 2 x plus 1. For 2 I am splitting this as for this 2 just I am splitting this quadratic equation I have split and written like this: x square plus x plus 2x plus 2. Let me split that and write, just I am splitting and writing. After splitting and writing, let me check: x square plus x plus 2x plus 2. Okay, fine, this is fine. So for this quadratic equation I am writing it like this. Now let me take one let me take number line. If I am considering number line, this is -1 and this is -2. Just I am taking the critical points. So after taking critical points, using wavy curve, this we have to mark positive, this we have to mark negative, and this we have to mark this as positive, negative. We have using wavy curve, or else you consider this equation and then equate all that, you will get. Next, now decreasing, where is that decreasing means what? It should be less than 0. So when it is less than 0, from -2 to -1, from -2 to -1 it is decreasing. So B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Integration of, what is that question? Integration of x cube plus x square plus 1 by, let me copy and paste that. If I write x square here, if I am writing x square, I am left with x plus 1 divided by this x plus 1 is here also, this x plus 1 belongs to this also. Same expression I am just copying and pasting. In this x square I have taken x plus 1. Next, if I cancel off this, integration of x is x cube by 3 plus integration of this is log mod x plus 1 plus c. So is there any such option, x cube by 3 plus log mod? Yes, D is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. Integration of x square plus 1 by, so first let me copy and paste that: x square plus 1 by x4 plus 1 dx. Now ready-made, there is no such standard integral available, so we have to transform this algebraic expression into standard form and then go for integration. So for this integration, if I take x square common, I am left with 1 plus 1 by x square, and if I take denominator x square common, x square plus 1 by x square plus 1 by x square, and dx as it is, let me remove this. So 1 plus 1 by x square, for this x plus x minus 1 by x whole square plus 2 dx. See here, for this expression I am writing like this, Next, now for this, if I name this as t, let t is equal to x minus 1 by x, then dt by dx 1 plus 1 by x square. So dt by dx is equal to 1 plus x. Next, now let me remove some things. So if I erase all this because of space, now you observe integration of 1 plus 1 by x square dx is dt. So this is dt divided by, this is t square plus root 2 square. So now try to recall one integration formula. Integration of dx by x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. 1 by a integration of tan. Now this becomes 1 by root 2 tan inverse x. In place of x, t by a root 2. So t is already 1 by root 2 tan inverse t. T is x square minus 1 by x square minus 1 by x. Root 2 is already here. So is there any option like this? Root 2 x 1 by root 2. Yes, B is the answer, not B. 1 by root 2 tan inverse x square minus 1 by root 2 x. D is the answer for this. Again, easy question, only using this and some algebraic manipulation we have to solve. So within 1 minute definitely it is possible to solve. Moving on to next question. Integration of one function they have given, integration of is equal to f of. So what are they asking? They are asking us to find f of x. So for this, how to approach this integration? Let me write this integration dx divided by in place of that, let me write x plus 1 whole square plus 1. This expression I am writing like this. How did I do this? So for this, let me write x square plus 2x. So 2x plus 1 plus 1. 2 can be written as plus 1 plus 1. This can be written as x plus 1 whole square plus 1. So integration dx by x square plus a square 1 square. So this is 1 by a tan inverse x plus 1. So this was very easy question, tan inverse x plus 1 plus c. Is there any such option? Yes, A is the answer for this. So tan inverse x plus 1. Only we just have to use one basic formula. Moving on to next, integration of, see here for this, if you don't know formula, you take this formula, dx divided by x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse x plus c. Moving on to next, integration of, one question they have given, integration of this dx is equal to what? So how to approach this problem? Let me write this integration e log x raised to a. Rather than writing a, I am writing it here using properties of logarithm. Although I am not writing, I am saying it. So what I am saying, a you place here, so log x a plus e log a x and then dx. So e and log they will get composed, x raised to a plus e and log a raised to x dx. So integration of x raised to a is x raised to a plus 1 by a plus 1 plus integration of a raised to x is a raised to x divided by log a raised to x x raised to a plus 1 by a plus by. So which is the answer for this? Using standard integration. If you don't know standard integration formulas, please keep your NCERT textbook or any formula book, whichever it is, nearby you and solve it. If you know, it is good thing, very easy, direct standard formulas only we are using. Next, moving on to next question. 82 question, see here this question. One function they have given, To solve this, some synopsis you should be knowing. If f of x is equal to f of pi minus x, then if f of x is equal to f of pi minus x, what did I say? If f of x is equal to f of pi minus x, then 0 to pi x f of x dx is equal to pi by 2 0 to pi f of x dx. This synopsis you should be knowing to solve this problem. This synopsis, if f of x is equal to f of pi minus x, then 0 to pi x f of x dx is equal to pi by 2 0 to pi f of x dx. This synopsis you should be knowing to solve this problem. If you know this synopsis, then only this problem becomes very easy, otherwise it will be difficult for us to solve. So how to approach? Now if I observe, if I name this as, for a moment, if I name this as f of x, so what is that? Let me copy and paste. f of x is equal to sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. And if I find f of pi minus x is sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Now if you observe sin x by 1, they both are equal, so they both are f of x is equal to f of pi minus x is equal to this. Now for that integration I can write I is equal to pi by 2 0 to pi. In place of x I will remove x and I will place f of x. F of x is sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x dx. F of x is equal to 0 to pi sin x divided by, next I is equal to pi by 2 sin pi minus all this. If I do now, if I observe here, this is integration of minus tan inverse of cos x from where to where, from 0 to pi. See here, this is standard integration, so try to relate it with integration of 1 by 1 plus x square. That function, it is related to that. Now if you observe here, integration of 1 by 1 plus x square dx is what? Tan inverse x plus c. Now you observe here, 1 means cos x is x. In place of x we are having cos x. Here we are having its differentiation x, its differentiation 1, cos x, its differentiation negative sin x. So that's why I have written negative, and then I have written tan inverse in place of x cos x. So you relate this and you relate this, and this, or else if I write it like this, integration f of integration, what is this? F dash of x dx by 1 plus f of x square is equal to tan inverse x. In place of x, what can I write? F of x plus c. In place of x I can write it like this. So now if I go for simplifying, I is equal to pi by 2. If I substitute upper limit pi, and tan inverse of cos pi is minus 1, so minus cos pi. If I substitute, this becomes minus. If I substitute pi here, pi I am keeping, cos pi is minus 1, so it becomes pi by 4. That becomes pi by 4. If I place 0 here, minus, this becomes plus. Minus. If I substitute here, cos 0 is 1, so pi is equal to pi by 2, and this is also pi by 2, pi square by 4. So answer is pi square by 4. So using this property we can solve this problem. Otherwise it becomes very difficult if you don't know this property. Moving on to next, integration of, they are asking to integrate this. So how to approach this? dx divided by x minus 1 2 to 3, integration dx by x minus 1. Now for this I will write 1 by x minus 1 as a divided by x minus 1. Next, if I simplify this, this becomes a x minus 1 plus b x. I am taking LCM, I am simplifying this. Let x equal to 1, 1 is equal to b. Next, let x equal to 0, so this becomes a into minus 1 is minus 1. So if I place this here, 1 by x minus 1 is equal to a is minus 1 by x, b is 1 by x minus 1. Rather than integrating this, I will integrate this. So you will get log x minus 1 by x minus 1 by x, and integration is from 2 to 3. So this becomes, if I substitute upper limit and lower limit, 2 by 3 minus log 1 by 2. So this is log 2 by 3 into 2 by 1. So log 4 by 3. Is there any option like 4 by 3? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next, see here, log A minus log B, log A by B. I am using that property. Log A minus log B is log A by B. So using that I am doing this, although I have not written. Moving on to next question. Integration of, they have given one function. This integration dx is 0 for, now try to recall one property. What is that property? Minus a to a f of x dx is equal to minus a to a f of x dx is equal to 0, is equal to 0 if f of x is odd function. Properties of definite integral. Properties, every time I say please go through the properties whenever any chapter we are solving. Suppose we are solving determinants, we have to know all the properties of determinants. Suppose if we are solving matrices problem, you should know all the properties of matrix. Suppose we are solving definite integral problem, so you should know all the properties. You make one paper, in one paper you write all the properties, because with the properties only problems will be solved. So minus a to a f of x dx, if a lawyer is solving any case, he will solve using the rules. In the same way, here maths problems we have to solve using properties. So it is like that. If any lawyer knows more laws, then he is powerful lawyer. If any mathematician knows more properties of functions, then he is a powerful mathematician. So in that way things go. Now if I observe this function f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx, f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx. If I write f of minus x, this becomes minus ax cube minus bx. So this is minus ax cube plus bx. So f of minus x is minus f of x, which means this is for any value of a and b. This function is, since this given function f of x is odd function, therefore for any value this happens. Next, 0 to 1, next one question they have given, integration of this is equal to. So how to approach this problem? Now few synopsis point you should be knowing. Sine inverse root of 1 minus 1 plus x by 1 minus x is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x by 2. This is one properties of integrals, inverse trigonometric functions. This you should be knowing. Sine of 2, sine inverse pi by 2 minus cos inverse x by 2. Now sine of pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, pi minus cos inverse x, pi minus cos inverse x, from where to where? From 0 to 1. So this becomes sine, integration of sine pi minus theta is sine theta cos inverse x. Now here one more integration, sine of pi minus theta is sine theta. So sine of pi minus cos inverse is sine of cos inverse x, Next, sine of cos inverse x is 0 to 1 root of 1 minus x square, because again from inverse trigonometry, we can write cos inverse x can be written as sine inverse of root of 1 minus x square. So sine of sine inverse, and this is next. Moving on to next, dx. Now again one more integration, standard integration formula you should be knowing. Integration of root of a square minus x square dx is equal to x by 2 root of x by 2 root of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sine inverse of x by a plus c. So again one more integration. So for this, after integrating, we can write this as x by 2 root of 1 minus x square root of 1 plus a square by 2 1 by 2 sine inverse x by a sine inverse x by a plus c. No need to write plus c here, from 0 to 1. Now if I substitute this upper limit 1, this becomes 0. Sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. So overall this is pi by 4 for upper limit. See here, this 1 I am placing here 0. Sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. Already 1 2 is there. Now if I substitute 0 here, this becomes 0. So answer is pi by 4. Is there any such option? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. The area bounded by. So what is the question? The area bounded by y is equal to 4x minus x square, and x-axis is, so area bounded by x-axis means what? Y is equal to 0 is the equation for x-axis. So if I substitute y is equal to 0 there, so this becomes x 4 minus x, which implies x equal to 0 or x equal to 4. X equal to 0 or x equal to 4. Next, the area bounded by, so required area, again you consider this as synopsis point. Required area is equal to y dx. Required area is y dx. So required area here in our case is integration from where to where? 0 to 4. Y is 4x minus x square dx. So this becomes 4. Integration of x is x square by 2 minus x cube by 3. From where to where? From 0 to 4. So this becomes 2x square minus x cube by 3. From where to where? From 0 to 4. So this becomes 16 minus 4 cube is 64 by 3. So 32 3 is a 96. 96 minus 64 by 3, which is equal to 32 by 3. So is there any option like 32 by 3? Yes, B is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. If m and n are order, m and n are order and degree, m is order, n is degree of the differential equation. One differential equation they have given. Then what are they asking? They are asking to find m and n. So m and n we have to find. Now the moment you see this differential equation, see here this derivative, if I observe, this is not in polynomial form. Not in polynomial form means, try to recall what is polynomial function. A function which is in the form of ax raised to n plus bx raised to n minus 1, all that, their power should not be negative. Now if I place this here, this d3y by dx cube will become minus 1. So this is y25 plus y2 cube, and then this is y3 power minus 1 plus y3 is equal to something is there, that something I will not write. So for this y3 negative 1 power, I will multiply y3 on both sides. So if I multiply y3 on both sides, third derivative, if I am multiplying y3 on both sides, this becomes y3 square. This term becomes y3 square. If I am multiplying y3 on both sides, this is y2 by y3 plus y2 cube plus y3 is equal to, now y3, for that y3, this m is equal to 3, n is equal to 2, m is equal to 2, n is equal to this, n is equal to 2. Then is there any such option? Yes, C is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. a solution of differential equation, solution of differential equation, this one differential equation they have given. Let me write that this differential equation they have given. Let me divide both sides of equation by what you will divide both sides of equation by sin x plus cos x. So this equation gets transformed to 1 dy plus integration of cos x minus sin x divided by sin x plus cos x dx is equal to c, not c, 0 is equal to 0, Now if I integrate this, this is y plus log differentiation of cos is negative sin, sin is cos, so log of sin x plus cos x is equal to c. See here one formula I am using, integration f dash of x by f of x dx is equal to log f of x plus c. Integration y plus log sin x, y plus, not plus, if I transpose this term y to other side, this I will transpose, so this becomes log c by sin x plus cos. Next, here e is there, so e raised to y, so this eraser, if I remove this, is equal to c divided by sin x plus cos x, sin x plus cos x. This sin x plus cos x I will keep here. So c is equal to e raised to y sin x plus cos x. B is the answer for this. So again easy question, differential equations. Please don't leave differential equations chapter. Next, moving on to next. If P of A union B is equal to, P of A union B is this, A intersection B is this, A, and what is the, let me remove this, what is the value of this? Now for this, P of A union B is this much, 0.8, P of A intersection B is 0.3, then P of A dash plus. So some laws of probability you should know. P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B, and also P of A dash is equal to 1 minus P of A. P of A, whatever I am writing with green pen, this is all synopsis. That synopsis at this point of time we cannot explain. You should be knowing. If you don't know, just open the book and see. Next, moving on to next question. Moving on to this next. P of A union B is 0.8 is equal to P of A. We don't want P of A. We want P of A. For that I will write 1 minus P of A dash plus 1 minus of B dash minus P of A intersection B is 0.3. So if I transpose P of A dash plus P of B dash is equal to 2 minus 1.1, 2 minus 1.1. If I transpose this, and so here we are getting 0.9. Is there any option like 0.9? Yes, D is the answer for this. Moving on to next question. The probability that in a random arrangement, what is the question about? The probability, the probability that in a random arrangement of the letters of the word, in a random arrangement, letters of the word, how many words are there? University. So two eyes do not come together. Two eyes do not come together. Do not come. So for this, first let me write two eyes come together. Probability of two eyes come together. Two eyes come together is probability of 2 favorable cases by total cases. Total how many cases are there? See, if I see 3, 10, total 10 factorial, and also because of repetition I am taking dividing it with 2. Total 10 letters are there, so that's why 10 factorial. 2 letters are repeating, so that's why 2 factorial. Once again I will repeat, but I will not write it on board. There are 10 alphabets, there are 10 letters, so that's why 10 factorial. And in place of I and I, here we are having 2 repetitions, so 2 factorial. Next, favorable, how many favorable? Now here if I consider all these 9 alphabets and 2, 9 factorial. How this is 9? I and I am taking as 1 unit, and remaining 8 letters, and this is 9th. So 9 things we are arranging, so that's why this becomes 9 factorial by 10 factorial by 2 factorial. So 9 factorial, 2 factorial, 10 factorial, which is equal to 1 by 5. If you simplify this, 9 factorial, 2 by 10, 1 by 5. So probabilities of 2 i's come together is 1 by 5. Probability of 2i do not see here come together, here do not come, is equal to 1 minus 1 by 5, which is equal to 4 by 5. Is there any option like this, 4 by 5? Yes, A is the answer for this. So the answer for this question is A. Easy question, again basic knowledge question, and not much time consuming question also. Moving on to next question. If you find this video interesting, like, subscribe and share. Also add some comments, and all the best for your exam.